Now it's time to see if Fnatic or NIP will join them. It's going to be a question of 2 maps or 3. Fnatic begging it's the latter, but NIP, they have had the individual skill absolutely in their court. These plucky Swedish youngsters up against the Swedish veterans.
One of the positives here for NIP is they will be getting to start on that CT side, and with all that momentum they're carrying across from Overpass, Henry, I think they might have a chance to lock this one out.
I would say Mirage is at least the most forgiving map in that department. It's not like a nuke or a train, but yes, it certainly is a talking point here as we get into it now. Molotov's available on the T side here, and 4 players quick up towards middle. It was Twist that was absolutely dismantling the offense, and he's going to get a great shot to open things up here as well. JW goes down first again, as we'll see him plucked away from the pack. And at this point, Lekro spots a few towards middle as Brolan gets himself up and towards window. Spotted, I believe, by Lekro, but it doesn't seem to matter. Great reaction, the 180, it lands.
Yeah, and that's going to get him right back into the running. I'm intrigued to see what Twist's going to be able to do with his smoke. He's not really going to hold them at bay far, because just jumping straight through one. Golden, and he's missed his shots. Nork struggled. Klopsky the same. Golden has just opened up this site wide open. A double kill and a missed shot from Rez. That's the pistol round sealed. And we did bring up an interesting stat actually on Overpass. It didn't hold much weight there, but it certainly does now. NIP have the worst pistol stats of any team in EPL. So that is quite the achievement, I guess.
Yeah, there's always 1 or 2 things that will get left to be focused on last, and all pistol rounds apparently for NIP is something that needs a bit of attention there. And so for Fnatic, with a window Molotov that missed, that's how Twist was able to re-peek and get that insta one-tap. We're going to see the Force Buy come out on the side of NIP. There's going to be 2 scouts, some upgraded pistols, and a bunch of smokes.
So, Desert Eagles, the scouts, unable to connect just yet. There's 1 shot fired by Plopsky as they made their way towards connector. Familiar territory for Fnatic. JW just with the CZ here. USP for Flusher. So it isn't necessarily the most potent setup here from NIP. You can see they focus Kevlar and helmets on just Rez and Lekro. The scouts will be going into this one naked. Twist will have residual cash, considering he's the AWPer. Wants to make sure he brings out the sniper early. That's going to be the AWP, not the scouts, as Nork hunts for information. Trying to bait them out with dropping a weapon, perhaps.
Making the bomb noise, yeah.
Making the thing that dropped the bomb. In reality, it's going to be an A commitment, but NIP, they're not gobbling up the bait. They have put all their pieces in the right place, but scouts, as soon as this gets hectic, close quarters, they lose a whole lot of their potency. The Deagle's quite the opposite, and speaking of, Rez has got his in a prime position to at least collect 1. 2 clicks of his mouse is all it takes into the belly button of one of the Fnatic members that chooses to push a little too far. Rollins up first, and there's the shot. Does get a second as well, looking for a reload, he even pulls out his knife. Finally, the spray connects from Golden. And Twist, he's biding his time. Golden's got another way into the site, and he's dug him out of the hole that they did just get thrown into. No. Flusher! Oh no, his Deagle shot connected onto J-Dubs, and they've got line of sight on the bomb. Oh. No! Golden's got 10 HP. NIP are actually going to take this round from a team kill. We rarely see them, and that's it. It's converted. Oh, baby, can I see that one again?
Oh, no.
How did the first player towards a connector survive it so long? Was that Rez, by the way?
Yeah.
So he got 4 Desert Eagle shots off, 2 kills, and he almost knifed the 3rd. How did they not take care of business there? Why was that so messy? And how did they team kill as well?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
It was looking good for a second. So this was the moment.
Tag comes in, Deagle bullet follows.
In very quick succession, but it's a headshot from Flusher, so you can see the line of sight. JW was moving back into line of sight of CT to get the bomb down.
If they weren't tilted before, they're going to be tilted now. Brolan's able to get a Krieg, so at least they have the biggest weapon in the server. But everybody else is just struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I will remind everyone that we had an interview with the coach, Samuelson of Fnatic, and he said a lot of their preparation was actually on the mental game. That this was where they felt that they would be a smart allocation of their time. Well, the mental game is going to be tested in this series. It already has been with the loss on Overpass, but now a team kills to lose the 2nd, the only way in which they could. Brolin is going to try and pull his team kicking and screaming into this one. The only Krieg, but he's already been cut down to 7. Golden again delivers. He's just practically doubled his frags he had on Overpass in the first 2 rounds of play. Now Rez looking to try and chip away at what remains of Flusher. Lecro's done well to catch Crims before he could get to CT. He doesn't spiral out of control in that sense.
There's no kits.
No kits and low HP. Twister's only got himself the scout. He's going to have to really get a move on if they want even a chance at this.
Well, it looks very good for Fnatic so far, but there's low HP all over the board here. Get to the halfway point, smoke comes down, has to queue for the CTs to move, and it's working out for them. Flush has given up his spot towards Palace as well. They're going to check the sandwich, but not efficiently. The spray can come in from the M4. They know exactly who the last player is. They have to defuse right now. If this kill comes in with the Desert Eagle, it could be enough. The defuse is going to happen, and it looks like they've done enough. NIP avoid certain doom once again.
Look at how prepared they are for situations. They had a smoke that they could line up to block off towards the A ramp for a retake.
Where did that come from? CT? It did, because Twist was the one rotating through. That the only trajectory that makes sense.
Could have been a jungle smoke. I'm not quite sure exactly where it was lined up from, but Lecro again peeking before it blooms. It catches the low HP Brolin off guard. That was the key to the retake right there. Brolin, once seeing that smoke, knows that he has to be more agile and active because he would be pinned out of the round. Brolin heard the smoke hitting the ground, goes for the peek, gets taken out, and then this by Rez. He survived. He was the third A defender who survived all that time while the rotation was coming in.
Well, now look at this.
They're getting the bombs down. They're getting kills. Flush has found another one. And it's up to NIP to recover the situation again. This could be the map we were looking for. The first certainly wasn't in the 16-2 affair, but trust me, this one's going to be close. Fnatic are keeping things very interesting. JW will find the second kill of the round, but it is replied by Lecro. MP9s and M4s. Flush up. Did kill a player on the A side. That was in CT spawn, however, so you can't recover that weapon. Oh, he's getting some dinks off, though. His teammates have got a ramp.
This is a tough ask against all those nades. The only way they can do this is if they overwhelm without giving up their position right now. We know Flush is in Palace, but we don't know where the other individuals are.
Boosting stairs? Yeah, okay. So this will be the element of surprise for Rez. He's definitely not going to be accounting for this one. Tucked in on the corner already. Okay, patience. It's a big game. Crimson's going to clear his corners, and another NIP player caught sleeping. Bomb down. Should be Fnatic's round, but they haven't brought much into this. The fact that Flusher managed to get that ridiculous opening frag has got them into this stead, and, well, Lecro does manage to get golden dead, but I'm not sure if they're even going for this. Yeah, Plopsky's heading to the B site. Fnatic with just... I mean, a couple of paper clips and a ruler have managed to win this round. Yeah,
it was an opening kill from Flusher in the Palace position towards CT spawn, no less. I don't really know how that happened, but it did. And that opened things up. At that point, they slowed things right down. And Flusher, again, showing presence in the Palace. He was taking all the aggro towards that side. His teammates walking up towards A-Ramp, pouncing towards the bomb side of that stage, getting towards Connector and finding the MP9 caught in the corner. And it will be 2-2. They save 2 M4s. I have money to buy into the next round. They can drop a couple of FAMASs if required, but it's still not going to be a great buy overall. Might be a tactical timeout to get threat involved.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Money woes for both sides here.
What seems to be the problem, officer?
It's just right now, NIP would be going against everything to do with their fundamental style if they were to force buy in here, right? So there's a big question mark that is being asked, as they will just play with those 2 saved rifles. And Nork has a Zeus. So maybe there's a chance for us to make some noise this round. Another opening.
Now then. I like the Nork Zeus attempt. He knows he's already getting under their skin, and if he could just keep Flusher on a short leash, he doesn't look like it's going to work out. Flusher's already disappeared miles away. They're going to send Rez in for some information gathering, trying to fake the steps, no bullets followed.
Can't get back the Lecro M4 either, just based on the fact it's on catwalk. There's T's all over that position right now, so this round here is looking like a Fnatic lock after the early gallivanting around halls from Flusher, and now he's going to lose his saved M4 as well to the MP9 at range. This should be round number 5. Done.
I think you might be right there. Just Nork remaining with a Zeus. Probably not going to be leading around victory, but he might get the sound effect we've all been waiting for here. I think it's coming. I was ready. I was warming up the vocal cords. Yeah. But we don't get to see it come through. It's going to be 3-2 for Fnatic, though. After winning the pistol, they still have a lead. That was not an investment from NIP. They saved 2 M4s from the previous round, so they do have a full buy here. There are compromises, of course. You can see no single helmet out there on the field. It means that MP9 in the hands of Flusher becomes even more dangerous. And no kits. A couple of FAMASs in the mix as well. But Nork A player that everyone's talking about right now, Swedish sniper, looking to step up here, boost himself towards short, and it made the jump. So he's going to be focusing toward that smoke in middle. Dink comes through the smoke. As JW throws the HE towards connector. Gets a lot more than he bargained for.
Yeah, Rez wins that trade, that's for sure. Oops, an oopsie flash as well from J-Dubs. Does not continue to show mid-presence. The CT's on A, though. I say CTs, I shouldn't be pluralizing. It's just Plobsky.
Yeah, interesting hold right now coming out of NIP.
What do you make of it?
Well, he's going to have a lot of work to do, I can tell you that much. The nades are going to come out. Molotov under the balcony. He's doing his best to dodge the flames. They're limping out one at a time. There was a chance to isolate a frag there, but they've just sent out their baby-faced assassin of Rowan to open things up, and now the rest of Fnatic will follow on through.
Yeah, re-smoking the gap as well. They leave the gap when they don't need it, smoke it when they do. JW and Crims have caught some bullets, but the bomb does go down. We've got ourselves a 5 versus 3 after plan, but the retake from Lekro has at least started positively. He caught some good bullets into Brawler on Sandwich. The last man is Twist, and he's not going to be able to save his FAMAS. He's about to lose it. We see the 4th for Fnatic, and keeping 4 players still standing. Flush is still rocking the MP9. He's farming the cash for his squad.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You know, the money's low on that side of things, and he's a bit of an SMG specialist himself. As the loss bonus, though, not looking too good for an IP. They have 2,400 this round, 2,900 to the next, so they have to take a full eco here. No partial buy nonsense. You're going to have to take the USP on the chin. The Ninjas are in trouble in the last 3 months. NIP have only won 35% of rounds on Mirage. Fnatic won 50%. Certainly their pick, Chad. We said coming into this one, NIP didn't really have much to talk about in terms of a sample size for Mirage, and we're kind of starting to see that reflected here. Fnatic are starting to find a firm lead.
I won't lie, after I saw Twist get that opening kill and JW missed the window Molotov as the opening sequence of the game, I thought, wow, NIP are looking hot. Fnatic are still missing everything. And apparently USPs are pretty potent.
Yeah, this happens a lot. The USP towards middle swing can be very dangerous. They've got Krieg and an AK now as well. JW goes down. This could be problematic. When he throws that grenade, there's going to be a swing. There won't be a kill. Well, there it comes through. It's actually a 2-on-2 now.
Oh, they're so low. My God.
Yeah.
They can get 2 AKs up at least.
I'm surprised Lekro hasn't gone back for a rifle. He's just hoping that his position is going to be enough. Oh, dude, you're going to get checked. Yeah, run over by Flush Up. Did do some damage, though. That's worth noting because Nork with his 3 HP, 4K, which is what he would have to get.
So he wants to wait for the plant to come in, meaning one of them's removed for 4 seconds. He doesn't deny the plant. Crims now will be taken down, but now he knows exactly where he is. I don't think Nork can win the round, unfortunately. Flusher is balls of steel here. Knows he doesn't have a kit, doesn't make any noise. Comes to check. He does it from the connector itself. So he's confirmed that he's not on the bomb at least. Flusher wins this now, because Nork doesn't have the kit. He doesn't know where to look. It's going to be touching it. Flusher will check him in a few seconds and take him down.
Gets a Molotov as well, yeah. It's very well played there from Flusher.
Can't fault it.
Simple
Perfect.
as you like.
He did call the bluff on that first fake. I mean, Nork, admittedly, no kit. It would have been a very ambitious choice, but all the same, Flusher plays it to perfection, draws the timeout, using the Molotov, and Nork with his HP and armor. I mean, you can see there's just absolutely no chance he was going to win that duel cleanly.
He does manage to get 3 kills in the round, though, and find an AK-47, which he'll hand over. He is the sniper of the squad. He'll buy himself the AWP. Those 3 kills certainly help him out, getting the AWP, armor, and a smoke grenade. As he ends round number 8 now, it's 5-2. Fnatic looking comfortable in their map pick.
This is where we learn if NIP are ready, right?
Exactly.
Right.
This is the moment now. They've got a double AWP set up, Lekro and Nork. So you'd assume Lekro will be taking this towards B. Nork holds towards the window, of course, but smoked out. All he can do is really fire off a shot, hope for the best, and fall back.
This was something we cited as a negative for NIP quite a lot, was their passive CT sides and constantly playing retake. When it works for them, it looks great. When they weren't willing to change things up, we were asking questions on where's the depth. And I think at the time we gave them that exact excuse, time. But now that they've had a whole extra week to practice here, Mirage being one of the weaker maps in the pool, we've been hoping they've been putting some work on in here. Lekro will spot one individual jumping across into the kitchen position. Nade used to get it. He keep it in there. He's keeping the AWP planted in place. Lekro will take a pot shot, and you have to drop on back.
Of course it's JW. His twinkle toes were visible for a fraction of a second. Necro eventually did get his shot drawn out to enable JW to have this advantage to hold for free.
Well, if Twist jumps up here, could be in trouble. Crim's no stranger to connect out, will be holding that position for now. They've got the bomb there as well. Orb spots in, and I think it spotted a couple of them. Will re-challenge, and Nork will get the first. Bomb goes down, the rotations will begin, and at this point, Fnatic, they might want to consider saving. 25 seconds on the clock here. Golden stuck towards Connector. His teammates coming from underpass. One at A ramp, so they'll still go for the looks of things here. They've still got plenty of money, to be fair. But just 10 seconds remaining is the more alarming factor. JW pulls them back. They'll try and do what they can with this one. It will be 3 kills out of nowhere. They shouldn't be able to win the round still. I say that the bomb can still get planted, right?
Too close.
No, it goes down.
They get it down. I can't believe it. Fnatic. What? How have they broken into the site? JW is how. He's got 3 kills next to his name. Lekro is now thrown into an almost impossible 1 versus 2. No kit and an AWP. He's being told to save. There's no doubt.
I don't know how they've given that one up. 10 seconds there.
How
there's so many
it.
kills? Why not just watching the side itself? Nowhere to look. Has no information. Down he goes, and Golden's got him. That is a nightmare for an IP. An amazing situation for Fnatic, but you just assumed it would fall in favor of Ninjas and Pyjamas. They had everything going for them. It was a 4-on-2, wasn't it, at one point? And then all of a sudden, JW does this.
10 seconds. Look at the clock. Deals with the trade, then jumps straight through the smoke onto the swing from Plopsky, who was going for the double. Admittedly, you could argue that Plopsky could have played a more passive line because he was like 6 seconds on the clock. All he had to do was make sure the bomb didn't get planted. But he was, he was feeling himself. He had 3 players, 3 targets on the A site. He was swinging out of default, and we will see the early damage exchange actually favor NIP. That was JW who caught a bullet from the scout, I believe.
A lot of damage there, but for NIP to get back into this game now, the tilt rounds, we thought they were well and truly in Fnatic's camp, but looks like they've turned that on its head very quickly. These are similar scenes now to Overpass. It's not as clean from Fnatic as it was for NIP, but they're doing it in their style. We know that they have their own approach to the game.
Certainly. And you're seeing that reflected in the scoreline as well, looking very comfortable here on Mirage. Twist will miss out on a freebie there from the Palace position. It'll be a very difficult shot now. Connects one of them, but just in the back. Golden will be happy to return and offer up a kill if possible, but for now, Bomb will be with him. Lots of trade potential here. Might want to tighten up the spacing slightly, but it's very likely the CT actually fell all the way back. Wouldn't be holding this aggressive line anymore.
Look at where the Ts are on the map. This is what I was talking about, them stringing themselves out on the T sides, taking individual duels. You had 2 players over towards window/vent room and 2 players in T spawn and 1 in B app. So completely all over the map here on Fnatic. And now as they tumble onto the A site, Twist is going to do his best to stand tall. He's eventually going to be dealt with, and low HP, but not a lot behind it.
Yeah, certainly not. We'll see if the Desert Eagle can convert, though. Rez will be the last line of defense here. If he can find a few Deagle lineups, there could be a chance for a few kills. There's the first coming through here now, but they're taking so much off his HP. It's going to be a clean round once again for Fnatic, with 4 players surviving, although a lot of damage was dished out. 7-2 now on their T side of Mirage. NIP, they should have 3. They gave up that round, and they're going back into a double AWP setup.
So
Twist and Nork now.
We started the conversation about how double AWPs can be quite haunting for a side. It started, I believe, actually, the conversation about 2-3 days ago, Coldzera suggesting that it was a flaw within MIBR. We then observed it in G2. Amanek being convinced.
I feel like when they're convinced they have to use the double AWP setup and it has to be brought out every single time, that's when you get a problem.
Right.
When the system's been built around that idea. And when it comes through, situational, we'll get into this later, as we do have a very fast approach. Crims cracks open the B side. Will this double AWP setup work out for them? Time will tell. I don't think it will. They've been smoked out, mollied out, fragged out. At this point, they have to save the AWPs, I think.
Yeah, I think Nork's realizing. We just saw the moment of clarity for him. He's so isolated, he will just have to join them on the A site. And Fnatic, they will not surrender. They will not bow out of this fight. Overwhelmed on one map, but it's their turn to do the overwhelming. Twist, Plopsky, Nork, they don't really know what happened, but Rez and Lekro, they've got a pretty damn good idea. Just straight up, knife out. Crims gets straight up to short and then doesn't stop. Normally, you see a bit of a pause.
Yeah, this is part of that passive CT defense, right? They're not contesting middle a lot. They're showing their face. Early, we've had Nork shoot off a bullet through the smoke. Maybe they'll throw a smoke towards connector, but they don't actually contest middle. So if you know that on the T side, you can just throw the basic window utility, smoke and molly off connector, and then push on up and take those fights. That's fantastic stuff there. And look, I've been crunching the numbers. I've been checking all the stat lines. I've been in the laboratory. And look, it's pretty conclusive evidence of what's coming on through here, and it hasn't been seen in years, but I think we're going to a third.
Oh, he's crunched the numbers. My goodness.
It's a controversial thing to say at 8-2.
There he goes. He's got.
Who would have thought with the T side, 8-2 up, they're hammering NIP right now. The rounds don't even really look close. Maybe when they have pistols and scouts.
Yeah, but you put yourself out there.
I'll put myself out there.
He's always doing it.
And we're going to see whether this tactical timeout now brought to you by the US Air Force will lead NIP to any success. They are going to be bringing out the double AWP setup again, but this time Twist. At one point was considered one of the hottest AWPers within the whole of Sweden. Never really found a home, never really found a team. Now finds himself as the main rifler within NIP with Nork as the AWPer, but he still can get the job done.
Right, and we've heard it in multiple interviews over the course of NIP's time and Twist's tenure within them, that he's more of a when he's feeling it kind of AWPer. So perfect role, perfect team set up for him to thrive on that AWP. He certainly has to be feeling it now because they need a lifeline. They need something.
The reason when he has to feel it is he's super flashy. He's all about the flicks and the aggression. If he's not hitting his shots, then he can shrink quite quickly. So we'll see what he has in the tank today. Currently sat on 3 and 8, but he put in such a shift on overpass. You'd think he'll still be feeling it. They can bring this half back to 8-7, but I'm not really sure that's going to happen here. This will be indicative as to what sort of half we're in store for, as Fnatic have full mid control for now, just biding their time, going to smoke off window. No real CT presence here to be spotted. See those Kriegs now ready and waiting to take down any aggressing CTs.
So they've set Brolin up in middle, and now either will advance or regroup with Flusher and A. That's going to flush him out straight into the open, but the spray wasn't there from Golden, and Rez does draw first blood. Keep your eye on the clock now. This is when the clock starts getting relevant. We're about a 40-second mark, and already there's a lot of utility being deployed. There's more where it comes from. 2 more incendiaries to buy time for the CTs. Molotov's in for good measure. That will stop the short peak, which enables them to advance and crawl up connector. Ouch.
Damn. Okay, Crims. He really is feeling himself here on Mirage. Nork, he's feeling the effects of the flashbangs here, and it's going to be down to just Plopsky. He needs to find multiple kills, can't do it, and still they'll be in the round. 3 on 2 now. This is going to be it for Nork. Surely he'll be taken, and the bomb will be planted.
7 seconds. Fnatic and this clock on Mirage, so adept at just running it down to the last possible seconds. Twist on CT, he's going for some flashy shots as you hoped, and ooh, Flusher nearly fluffed his lines. Did have a few bullets in the mag, but still clean at the as you like. 9-2. Chad's prediction looking more and more likely. What was the third map, Chad?
Train.
Train to finish it all off. Ooh.
So just looking at Fnatic's frag distribution right now, they have 11 kills for JW, 10 for Flusher, 9 for Golden, 7 for Crims, and 7 for Brolin. So with that in mind, everybody on the team is contributing. This is a team victory right now, and it seems very easy for Fnatic. Wherever they're picking to choose to go on the map, they're just snowballing and taking territory with ease, hitting bangers of shots. And then when they do wait into these last seconds, they're staying more poised. They're not flustered.
Yeah, maybe it's actually, you know, part and parcel of how they're finding these successes versus NIP is it's no longer comfortable. Their comfort zone is when they're set up in a CT and you execute and they deal with you and they rotate and it's Counter-Strike 101. But when you're against Fnatic, Counter-Strike rulebook is thrown out of the window more often than not. And there's JW. He takes the head off Twist, a very, very tight line, but it's connected.
Yeah, Fnatic don't show any signs of slowing down here. Fantastic shot from JW. Didn't have much to say on overpass, but he's looking loud and proud here on Mirage. A 5-on-4 ensues, and for now we have Desert Eagles to defend. They still have the majority of the utility on the CT side, but the same story goes for Fnatic as well. With the man advantage, a simple playing towards A with the standard smokes going down should be more than enough to convert the round. But as we always say, Swedes and Desert Eagles, there's something about them that seems to work out for them more often than not.
Look at the reaction. Plopsky's blocking them. They're going to surely spray, and he will get caught. It's actually JW with an AWP. He's been blocked again. Surely they could work this one out. No, he couldn't. On the stairs, he just stands as a statue. Eventually, he'll get caught as the smoke does fade. But Lecro's got himself a impossible task. It's often described as 0-1 versus 5. Maybe Brolin's going to forget about this. Maybe, just maybe. It doesn't look like it, though. Yeah, he's playing it perfect.
There we have it. Brolan to finish things off, double digits. It does feel very similar to Overpass, doesn't it? Pretty much identical scoreline as well. It is going to be Fnatic 10, NIP 2. Money, of course, at the maximum loss bonus. They'll keep buying up at this double up setup. It looks of things here. Great shot from JW to kick things off. They were just against the pistols at this point. Brolan very happy to go through the smoke and get a job done. And JW looking better and better as time goes on here in this series. Third looking very likely. Single op setup this time. Brolan with the one with the good spawn, checking towards middle.
The question is, can Fnatic close as quickly on their CT side as what NIP did on Overpass?
That's true. Yeah, we did get the neat and tidy 16-2. It's very rare to see such a clean conversion of an early half lead. Often there's a lot more trials and tribulations before you can convert your crazy first half, but NIP did it cleanly. And now revenge for Fnatic on the cards. Twist is going to catch Grizz there. That's nice, but the trade is likely. He's going to throw out a smoke and try and bait the retreat. Brolan, AWPing close quarters, has actually managed to find the frag. Flusher, however, does not win his duel, and so the round now favors Nip. Into B, who is that? It's Lekro.
Yes, and he's got a lot of work to do here, but I think he's got a prime position to shut this down. Oh, maybe not. They can't catch a break here, Mirage. He done everything at that point. It looks so good, but Brolan is absolutely destroying them here. Plopsky with 34 HP, locked out by the flames towards the bomb site, but he has brought it back to a 1 versus 1. The grenade could do some damage as well, significant damage towards Golden. He's getting himself a lifeline here.
And I'm not sure if Golden knows if he's out yet. So if Plopsky bides his time, Golden's going to get paranoid. He's actually crossing over, tucking himself in the corner. Plopsky continuing to wait this one out. Now it's time for process of elimination. Doesn't really have the time for this one, and Golden's going to catch him. Good patience from Golden. He played that one to perfection, and Plopsky, nice nade. Chunking down Golden. Good read for the 1v2. Doesn't manage to convert it. So we see 11 now for Fnatic. It's getting dire straits for the NIP defense. And this overly passive has been exploited by the overly aggressive.
Yeah, and even when they went mid to find a pick, it was immediately punished, right? Fnatic were like, okay, that's fine. We'll still take middle. We'll just, run up catwalk and take these jewels. Everything's working for us right now. We don't need to change what we're doing. So NIP staring down the barrel here of what is most likely going to be 12 rounds for Fnatic.
Yeah, maybe another 16-2s on the docket here.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Back-to-back 16-2s, and that would mean only one thing for Train: overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to
get around somewhere, boys.
Somewhere. We can't have 18-round games to Counter-Strike.
It is unheard of in Pro League. Well, similar scenes to what you've seen for the last
14?
Yeah, 14 rounds. As mid-control taken, NIP concede that. This time they're holding on to their smokes for a little bit longer. One's just been deployed over towards that connected position to potentially hold them back. But Fnatic don't feel like they're in too much of a rush here. They're set up, Flush is covering over towards the A push. This mid-pack is working very nicely to get control. They're not finding anybody, but they're getting a lot of information here. So knowing connector is now clear, they've used a lot of resources over towards window. There's a gap in this smoke that JW is able to exploit with the
So it's Rez. He threw that smoke and he throws the bullets down range too. Maybe, just maybe, we could see a third for NIP on the Deagles, and that's a good tag from Rez, looking inhuman. And he continues to do damage, but they're not converted. This has been the story of the NIP CT sides. How many rounds have Fnatic won with scraps of health between the remaining players? It just has not been converted, just like that. That's what they're looking for, and Flush has found it with ease. A quick headshot onto Plopsky, and Brolan looking equally as fantastic. It looks like we've got a real game on our hands when we get to that third map.
Yeah, when we get there, which is going to be happening momentarily, I would say, at this stage. Fnatic just running away with this one as they find their 12th round on the T side of Mirage here. It is going to be trained for a third, and hopefully that's when we get some competitive Counter-Strike.
Yeah, look, if we want to paint some positive pictures over the last two maps, their map choices have looked great. They've looked very clean. Lekro doing his best here to run over the gun, gets taken down. They've looked clean. Fnatic looks messier in terms of the way that they are winning some of these rounds, but like I said, that's in the Fnatic style. They're playing a lot of heads-up CS. Their utility usage is good. There's always going to be more gaps on a map like Mirage that can be exploited than Overpass. But everything right now is working on out. We got Brolin. The young Swede still holds 100% KAST, kill, assist, survive, or traded. 13 plus rounds in, no one else has done so. That's a good stat line to have. It means not only are you getting involved in all the frags, you're probably making a bunch yourself.
Yeah, but it just means that, of course, all of his kills are traded, all his deaths are traded at the bare minimum. That's not too bad.
Double AWP setup, or triple AWP setup on the T side, I should say. You don't see that too often. And Flush is making it work. That's towards the A ramp. Popsky goes down. And I'm sure they've got other rifles maybe available in spawn to go pick up and throw away one of these AWPs. There's one of them. Flusher gets rid of his. So why not? Might as well bring out the grated cheese towards the end of the half.
Yeah, a little red Leicester.
Little light dusting. They've got 2 kills. This has been an absolute mauling, chat. I don't even know what to say about this.
Oh, it's
one.
a bloodbath.
I'm flabbergasted for the last 2 maps. I built this one up saying we'd have a great game here. It's going to be amazing. There's still a chance that NIP win this round, I suppose, but a 13-2 scoreline in the CTR from Mirage, not the most compelling game.
No, it isn't. And that's why I was trying to just look at the positives from what we're seeing and trying to work out what we can carry through. The problem is with the momentum shift right now, NIP just went from feeling like they were absolute gods at the game, every single shot hitting, to now feeling what it is like to be on the receiving end of that. And once you're on the receiving end of that and you're the less experienced team, your confidence, it might get sucked away. Maybe you're not going to be able to carry through map 1 performance into map 3.
They're going to have to. Fnatic is so comfortable running this clock down. I think it's clearly indicated that NIP are uncomfortable when the clock does get run down. We didn't see so much of this on Overpass, at least not successfully, with a couple of attempts at Fnatic hitting the A site late. And, well, look at this. NIP did manage to stabilize in this situation, and Rez with a chance. Here's the threat from the apps does tuck in. 10 seconds. JW has to plant in the smoke. And Rez, he was going to give it his best shot. Brolin babysits, and they will win the round.
He could have denied it all there with the knife kill, but it doesn't come through. But maybe Nork can. He's got 10 HP up against JW. He seems to be hitting absolutely everything at this point. He upgrades to a Krieg, and he might have timed this to perfection here. Nork has got a kit, smoke, and no head. 13-2 at half. It's repeated itself, but the boot's on the other foot at this point. Fnatic look destined to pick up their map pick. We'll be going to train very shortly, but first, here's a halftime break.
Step out as a motivator, let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouth. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. What your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. Listen to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We are fearless when we fight and not afraid to level up.
I hurt myself today trying to make the
More from Sarah in a little bit, but from now it's Fnatic and NIP. 13-2 at the half. We're rolling our eyes. It's going back and forth. And it does certainly feel like a third map is brewing. I'm so confident a third map is coming, boys. I need to pee, and I didn't go.
You should go now.
I know I'm going to get another break in about 10 minutes' time.
Well, it's going to be 13-2 Fnatic. They go over to the easier side at this point, which is a weird thing to say, but it will be 13-2 in their favor. And NIP need this pistol desperately. They're going to be rushing people, looks at things here.
I like it.
And they send all 5 players over this side of the map. Couple of self smokes as they make their way through. Flashbangs there, but 3 CTs ready and waiting. Could be an absolute bloodbath once again. Fnatic have spotted it, but here comes Rez. Can he get the first kill? Golden certainly can. And Nork with the Glock, trying to get his second. Looks like NIP are going to pick this pistol up as they confirm it with the third.
Yeah, and I saw this one coming. You asked me in the break, Henry. You said, Chad, are they going to win the pistol? I said, probably not. This
Probably
is going to
not.
be the 16-7.
Yeah, this
NIP
will
they'll win the force buy in the following. They'll be able to battle back with the first gun round. And then eventually, Fnatic will win with a Crim's ace.
Yeah, that does sound about right, to be honest with you. NIP do keep everything alive for now, though. That's a much-needed pistol going in their favor. 13-3.
Yeah, that's enough for me. I'm going to go have a pee.
Go for it.
Good luck, Alex.
So we're going to have Galil's being brought out, though. NIP will be focusing on the utility side of the things. So, Chad, that's an interesting conversation. I haven't seen a single AK or SMG. I feel like the Galil's the best purchase in this particular round, considering what you're up against, knowing there's going to be smokes and the CZs and revolvers.
Yeah,
So that's a problem.
Wow,
He just-
revolvers are the
He
scariest
gets a
thing on the
revolver,
board.
and no one else invests into the round. He's like, I'm going to get a revolver.
I love it.
I need it.
I
need the
told you, he's
revolver.
an entertainer, Henry. He is an entertainer through and through, Mr. JW.
He spent the money on a revolver.
Well, he doesn't have too many bullets left to be spamming now, so...
The one argument I've heard made about it is what Ali always said to me in real life. He goes, it's like a scout.
Sure.
So if you can get a tag with it, it acts like a scout, a cheap scout. I've never seen it used like a scout, I'll be honest with you. I've seen loads of people buy it. I've seen plenty of players attempt it, but never really work out. There's
He
a
got
kill.
one.
He got one. You're right. The only kill they got was because of the revolver. I guess that's it.
That's a positive.
Myth debuffed. It's going to be a thumbs up.
And he can still buy. So look, no harm, no foul there from JW. We don't mind it. We like it. It's giving us...
Do it again. Do it again, I
He's
dare
not
you.
going to do it again.
Just do it. No rifle. Just revolver, utility, armor.
Well, and they let the game get back to 13-13
Yeah.
before JW starts buying guns.
Well, at least it does answer the question as to whether he would replace it in the slot or the inventory going to this second map. He didn't. He's still got it equipped, still ready to use it for reasons I stated before. Jokes aside, it can be used like a scout, I suppose. And we'll see him using a crazy angle here. I hate this, but I also
my
love it at the
God.
same time. It's one of those positions I would never play myself, but of course JW would. And it's going to be Brolan trying to find the kills required to close things out. 3 versus 3. Plopsky low, trying to smoke himself in towards his underpass position. It will slow the pace right down. NIP can still win this in regulation. Remember, Fnatic are not posted around here in the second half as of yet.
Free B
First gun
control.
round is going to be a 3-on-3 with the B bomb site completely open here. Molotov down, and we will see that bomb planted right in the open here.
Promising.
They're back.
Good evening.
He didn't even mess around.
Plopsky does get the frag, and so now NIP with the advantage in order to acquire their 5th. Does seem like Crims and Flusher with no kits are just going to look to contain as opposed to assault. With another frag that's going to continue to be quite costly for the T side. In fact, Plopsky's looking like almost a guaranteed death here because the bomb explosion, he can't really afford to stay in apartments. And Flusher's positioned in himself in such a way that he should find this rather cleanly. Ooh, okay, there we go. He gets it, and even that smoke grenade being deployed should put him exposed to the twist push. That's hot. He will pull a Krieg into the next. Nice reaction to Flusher's smoke, but I love the fact that he even put it down.
So this was the opening pick that Henry didn't like, and the reason it's not great...
Is he in on the balcony?
He's jumped on the ledge, yeah. So it's an interesting off angle. You're very susceptible to flashes. You are in the open. He was trying to use their window smoke to help shroud his position there. But with Twist taking that gun away from Flusher towards the tail end, of that round. It's left Fnatic with only one saved weapon, and, well, here we go again.
I'm not talking about it
Don't
again.
talk about it again.
He's got this gun.
Bastian, could you move off the revolver just to keep Henry sane? Thank you. So we're going to be seeing them boosted up for middle. That's an M4A4. It's a very strong rifle, proper weapon we'll see on the CT side. And we're just going to stay there. Bastian, thank you. Thank you. There we go. Haha, even the observer can't troll us now. Well, that's a lie. I'm not asking you to try.
No, please don't troll us,
Please don't
Bastian.
troll. Please. Thank you, Crims. Is going to get the frag onto Lekro. So we have ourselves our 4v4, but yeah, this should be a formality. We should be expecting to see NIP find this one. The typical Deagles from Fnatic, they often find more than they're worth. Let's see.
Oh, Crims is in the open.
And Golden's done it again. He hits these long-range shots. He does immediately get traded, though. Nice work from Plopsky, using that scope to good success at range.
Well, the rounds that have seen like lock-ins for NIP have fallen apart pretty quickly. They have not checked Krim's position at this stage, and it looks like it could fall apart. He gives up his position there with the shots, but he still somehow makes it work. Krims will be dropped. And now Brolan, 2 versus 1, but he has got the Krieg in hand on the CT side. We know what that means usually. 35 seconds here. They have no smoke, but they do have a flashbang and a chance to get the bomb down. But if they challenge him at all, he's going to hit this shot. You know he is. And Twist, what are you doing? Walks down the open with the bomb, offers himself up. There's no real reason to do that, but he offers it up, and now Plopsky left it an impossible task. He's got to recover the bomb. It's in the open, and Brolan has all the advantages required.
So Bron's going to like let him. No, he's not.
The timing.
Perfect timing from Brolan. He waited for the push, takes the peek, and Plopsky's bang in the open.
Don't get where you would walk across it, or just knife out and jump across if you're going to do that.
Brolan's the normal A anchor, right? So I assume what happens, because they didn't really hear anything from him in some period of time, that maybe they think he's flanking. And with Plopsky being so close towards that kitchen position, he's like, yeah, it's clear. You know, we can take the bomb, we can go to A. I'm assuming that's the communication. I obviously don't have any insight more than most, but Brolan's stolen away a huge 1v2 there with his signature weapon, and well, now we'll get the AWP out from JW. Flash will obscure his vision, won't be able to hit the shot. But Krims, the connector specialist, he has no troubles converting.
Yeah, and we talked about mid-control before. We saw the absence of it in the first CT side from NIP. This is a stark contrast already.
Yeah, absolutely true. This is looking for map points as well. Fnatic are up against CZs, Mac 10s, 1 Krieg. Should be map point here. And we'll move on to Train momentarily. I didn't think it'd be like this, though. Krims with the opening frag, and he does get taken down to 22, but that just means he'll play a more defensive game at this point. And they're going to be boosting up towards window, maybe at the worst possible time. Flush up, just about to arrive at the scene of the crime. Gets one, tucks himself in towards CPL, and that means the AWP can face as well.
A nice shot from J-Dubs, but now their attention's drawn, and Flush is going to continue to stop them in their tracks. He cut Twist down to size on the bench. And talking of the bench, Golden's punished another one. This one does seem to be somewhat of a T-trap. Has been in this series, that's for sure. Plopsky. AK on his back, CZ in his hands. And he does possess... Timing is everything in this game, my God. Krims was just clearing top middle as he went into underpass, but now, unfortunately, he still hasn't checked it, and he will get caught.
Not the most exciting couple of maps here to kick things off, but Train, trust me, that's where it's really going to come to a head. That's when this game, this Swedish derby, will really start to warm up. 15-5 for now. Fnatic should close this out momentarily. Maybe a couple more complimentary rounds for NIP. They just don't really have the resources to justify much more.
It is rare to see games so one-sided, though,
yeah,
is
especially
it not?
in EPL.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. EPL is a little bit famous at this point for getting the 30 rounds in the overtimes.
Look, this is just the prelude, right? We're doing a best of one for the derby next. So these guys are just warming up.
This is the DM.
They're just getting ready, just making sure they're feeling
They're sparring.
Yeah.
Practicing their mechanical
the
aim and their nades.
Practicing the nades. Seems that Fnatic are very effective in that department, but the headshots are working out quite nicely for North. Could there be one more NIP round in the tank? If they get it with pistols, that would be impressive, but they're in a 4-3 right now. Smokes are exchanged towards CT spawn. They're trying to get the plant down. Double spray down, not realized, but it is going to be a 3-on-1, and Twist will be removed. 16-5, Fnatic will answer back after losing 16-2 on Overpass. They're looking much stronger here, and we'll move on to Train, where I promise you, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But first, we'll break it down after this small commercial break.